How exactly are Sabine Wren and Ahsoka Tano going to track down Ezra Bridger in the unknown regions? We know thanks to Dave Filoni that Ezra Bridger and Thrawn survived the jump to hyperspace with the Purrgil, and most folks think that they went somewhere into the unknown regions. So again, how are Ahsoka and Sabine going to find them? Well, certainly it seems like The Mandalorian Season 2 has given us a bit of a hint. It would seem that Ahsoka has been out in the known galaxy trying to track down Thrawn, and perhaps their strategy is to find Thrawn first, and then they will most likely be able to locate Ezra. And this is certainly something I've been thinking about a lot, especially since the Kessel Run guys Corey and Noah mentioned that the search for Ezra wasn't going to be an animation series, but a live action series, most likely the live action Ahsoka series. And that said, I don't think Ahsoka is only looking for Thrawn. I think her and Sabine are very resourceful ladies. They're going to have some other tricks up their sleeve when it comes to tracking down Ezra, and not just have all their eggs in one basket with this idea of if they find Thrawn, then they'll find Ezra. And I think there's actually some really strong evidence to support this in The Mandalorian Season 2, Chapter 13, and that is that Ahsoka Tano knows about the Tython Seeing Stone. I think there's a great chance that Ahsoka tried to use that Seeing Stone to contact Ezra Bridger, and maybe she was successful. But I've talked about that in another video. Today I want to talk about the staff we see Ahsoka Tano holding during the Rebels epilogue. Now first of all, wouldn't it be absolutely amazing if that staff was made of Beskar, just like the spear we see in The Mandalorian Season 2? That would certainly make a lot of sense, and something else that would make a lot of sense is the fact that Ahsoka specifically tracked down that staff to help her find Ezra. Now unfortunately very little is known about the staff itself, although the circle at the top of the staff, well, that is a symbol of Jedi knowledge, and I believe that conveys that this staff is very powerful. But the circle also can symbolize unity, and unity is a major theme in Star Wars, and certainly symbols have been a big part of the iconography when it comes to Star Wars Rebels, and to me it certainly seems like Dave Filoni is trying to convey that through the Force we are all connected. In The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker himself tells Rey that the Force is not a power you have. It's not simply about lifting rocks. The Force itself is an energy between all things, creates this balance and tension that binds all things together and connects the universe. And as I've already mentioned, Dave Filoni in Star Wars Rebels, well, he's included a lot of imagery that supports this idea. The aerial images for the Lothal Temple, for example, and also the image of the Mortis gods. We have these lines reaching out from the Mortis gods to these other circles, looking very similar to Ahsoka Tano's staff in the Rebels epilogue. But even beyond Star Wars Rebels, Dave Filoni created Luke's compass, which features in Battlefront 2 and is even in a scene in The Last Jedi. And once again, I'll point out that Luke's compass includes lines stretching out from a center that end in a circle, and that once again this resembles Ahsoka's staff in the Rebels epilogue. And so I believe Ahsoka's staff is not only made of Beskar steel, but it is also something that will help Ahsoka and Sabine navigate into the unknown regions and find Ezra Bridger. I mean, just think of the images. I believe they show us that the Force connects all of these various places, and Ahsoka's staff therefore is an instrument that will allow her and Sabine to navigate the galaxy using the Force. But don't worry, I have some more evidence for this crazy theory. You see, in Star Wars Rebels, Zeb Aurelius actually uses his bow staff in a very similar fashion, and that allows him and his almost extinct people to find his homeworld in wild space. And it's simply not just the staff that does the work, but remember, Kanan and Ezra actually draw on the Force to help Zeb with that navigation. So I believe in the upcoming Ahsoka series, this is how Ahsoka and Sabine will navigate unknown space, and they will be able to track down Ezra Bridger by using that very powerful looking staff that we see Ahsoka holding in the Rebels epilogue. But don't worry, I have even more evidence that this is what's going to happen in the Ahsoka series. Now in this video, I've talked a lot about how Dave Filoni has created a lot of similar imagery that not only connect to the circle on Ahsoka's staff, but also show us that the Force connects all things in the universe. But there is, however, one important image I've saved for last here, and that is the Ahsoka series logo. This logo, just like many of the other images, has those long lines expanding from the center, connecting into circles. And yeah, I know the popular theory is that that represents the world between worlds, but again, I like to believe that these images in the world between worlds itself is a representation of how the Force connects all living things in the universe, and therefore Ahsoka's staff is an artifact that will allow her to navigate all living things, even the treacherous unknown regions. And just as Rey learned from Luke Skywalker that the Force connects the universe together, Ahsoka's staff will help her reconnect with Ezra Bridger. At least that's my crazy theory for today, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I'm Mike. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.